Yo, King.
Yo, what's up, my boy Chef?
How you doing, bro?
Another one, dog. Another one. Got another one in the books, my boy. Another week.
Yes, sir. Here we are, dog. We got a guest.
Got a special guest. Got my boy G.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to meet you, G.
Nice meeting you, bro.
State your name, gangster.
Well,
what's your government name?
What's
your government name?
But all my friends and family, they call me G. So we've been rocking with that since I was like 12 years old, man. Appreciate you guys for having me.
No, of course. I had to get you in here, a local hustler, dog. This is my boy, bro. It's not just like some client shit, you know. We hung around, kicked it on the off time and shit. And, you know what I mean? He knows a wife and everything like that. So, you know what I mean? He has a great story.
You knew Vic before he had 2 chains, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't think he had any chains.
I don't think I had any, bro.
I didn't have any chains either.
And if there was like Fugazi, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, he has a great story, man. And, you know, I seen him come up just the way he seen me come up, dog. So the respect is there. You know, I know he's a hustler, man. I know he got it in his mind, his mental straight. You know what I mean? So go ahead, man. What do you own right now, bro? What businesses you got?
Currently, my bread and butter is Big Ben's drive-thru. We also own Sunrise Meat Market, and this is all in the same shopping center too. So our whole philosophy was like, we want to open all these businesses in the same shopping center so we can be easily accessible to go here, there. They call us over there, we can go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't have a business across town. I have to drive all the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So and then we also built. And we had EP Clubhouse. That was a crazy transition, and we'll get into that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the bar I owned. I just recently sold that about 4 months ago. So right now I'm still rocking with Big Ben's and the meat market.
That's the baby right there.
That's the bread and butter right there, baby.
That's what got you up here. That's what got you up
you know,
here.
and we always have our mind set to, you know, do something else and think bigger along the way. But you know, we learned a lot in these past few years. You got to take your time with it. Try not to force it. Let it come organically, and you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you being a guest because, like, Vic gave you a voucher saying that, like, you know, you're on the come up the same way as him, and together we got together because, like, we're basically trying to show El Paso and everybody else who's listening, like, entrepreneurship is the way to go. You can be your own boss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're here to motivate and get anybody off that seat, off that couch, or just off that dead mind, you know what I'm saying? And let them know, like, it's possible. So we're going to listen to your story. But just to start off, Mr. Vic, how'd your week go, dog? How'd the week?
Dog, like I said, man, every week just keep piling up, dog. It's more intense than the last, man, which is, you know that you're doing something right when you have more intensity the following week than you did the prior.
Trying
you know
to keep
what I mean?
the momentum. Trying to keep that momentum.
Keep the momentum. Of course, I have my slow days like everybody else does. You know what I mean? But it's in those slow days, dog, that I think I separate myself from everybody else because I stay productive. I stay doing.
You're in the marketing game.
I'm in the marketing game. If I'm not busy cutting hair, dog, I'm working on the shop. If I'm not working on the shop, I'm working on marketing.
Right.
I'm trying to market other hustlers too, you know what I mean? Send that motivational speech out and shit like that, and you know, try to put my boys on, dog. You know, what I mean?
It's an everyday grind.
It's an everyday grind.
When you're an
you know
entrepreneur, even on your days off, you're not off. You know,
1,000. Man, that's the truth. That's the truth. Man,
I see it with him, bro, because like I be cutting his hair, and I usually allot like an hour and a half. Within that hour and a half, he's be getting like 5, 6, 7 calls. He's smacking me away like P. Diddy. You know what I mean? Like, boom, boom. I'm like, oh shit, let me get this ready. Hold up. You know what I mean? So I see it. I see definitely, bro, like the different scale of how it is. You know what I mean? He's more on. You guys are on a bigger scale than I am. I can definitely say that shit for sure because I could just see from when he's in the chair, just how busy you are.
You ever think about getting a personal assistant to filter your calls?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, especially when we had the club going. So it was the club, the beer depot, and the meat market all at one time.
Just to filter them. You're still gonna get a lot of calls, but just to filter some of them.
Definitely needed an assistant at that time.
Yeah, I recommend that. I don't have one, but like I'm at that point where like I got so much going and so many clients calling, and they need, you know, my clients are like, "Can you come tomorrow?" And I'm like, I got to be able to answer them and stuff like that. So you know what I mean? It's like it's one of those things, man. I wish I had somebody to filter those calls and be like,
yeah, for sure. How about your week, dog? How was yours?
Same, man, just on the grind, you know what I mean? Since the podcast, of course, working every single day, you know what I mean? But I had my Saturday, usually have a day off, but I did a party for 2, 4-course dinner, beautiful. Like I got some really good pictures, but like they had a really good time. Like they didn't expect it. You know, it's one of those things where like you over deliver. You know what I mean? And I was just like walking out like, damn. giving props to my apprentice because that motherfucker is starting to come through. Like he's really like kept latching on to what I'm teaching him and like seeing the service that I want to bring and like I don't want to be like vulgar or in the way I describe it, but like he's like shutting the fuck up, you know what I mean? Like because he's always like talking like, should I do that? Should I do this? But he's actually like in the moment now and just being confident in what he wants to do.
Right.
And he does it and he's like, chef, this is what I got. I'm like, bam, that's what I'm talking about.
And
I mean,
that's
there's
a lot
BS.
to show from. That's because of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you putting him on that like. Yo, get to work. Like, don't question yourself.
Don't question yourself. Yeah, exactly. Like he comes to me with a lot of questions. I'm like, you gonna ask me or are you gonna just show me? And he's like, you're right. And you walk away, boom, comes back. He's like, this is what I got. Boom. That's what I like. You know what I mean? Even if I don't like what he's got, I like the confidence more than anything. You know what I mean? Like, and you can build off that. Later we get in the car, I'll be like, man, you overcooked that fucking duck just a little bit. You know what I mean? And then we can move on because the guest is gonna love more that we're working like a congealing together, putting out plates that are beautiful. And then things are just flowing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's the key.
It's like kind of like
I might have to book you sometime, man.
You got you, bro. Yeah, definitely, man.
Have you had this food?
I haven't, dog. Nah. I haven't. But when we started off this shit, I had booked him.
Yeah.
And then he says
it's the whole fucking story, man.
Yeah, dog. I had booked him. I had everything. The deposit was already set. Yeah. And he's like, yo, man, I got the studio time. I was like, you know what, man? Take that deposit. Use it for the podcast or whatever. So
that just started the whole fucking thing right there.
That started off the whole shit from one day to the next, bro. Because I was even like, I don't know if I should do this shit. And that was that insecurity within myself. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But
we barely know each other. I mean, we still barely know each other. You know,
he lit that fire into my ass, dog. He lit that fire into my ass. And I was like, yeah, man, we gotta get it.
y'all haven't known each other for a long time.
We still building that camaraderie, that friendship.
I thought y'all was like boys for years type shit.
No.
Oh, okay.
His boy Chris put me on to get a haircut because I was doing a podcast, my first podcast, and then I was like, I need a haircut. Chris is like, you gotta go to Vic, and I was like, Vic, you got a cut for tomorrow, possibly? He's like, actually, I do. Boom, that's where it was. And I sat down in his chair and we were bullshitting. And I was like, man, this is the dude I want for the podcast that I was thinking about. And then 2, 3, 4 cuts later, I was like, dude, you want to do a podcast? And he's like, I don't know. Next cut, I said, I got the podcast. Do you want to be on it? And he's like, fuck, dude, put that money down. I'm down. And like you could tell he was a little reluctant, but like once everything, you got to make a risk. You know what I mean? We were talking about that earlier. You got to make a risk, get that reward. You know, see the vision. You know, trust the people that you're in the circle with. You know what I mean?
Definitely
all that shit.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah.
It's if you don't take the leap, bro, you're never gonna fucking go to that place that you want to get to. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm sure it was like with you jumping into the whole Big Ben's deal. I'm sure that was like a leap of faith for you too at the same time. And
it was.
How when did you decide to do that, dog? When did you decide to say, I want to work for myself. I want to be my own boss?
So Big Ben's is the beer depot.
Okay.
So the whole
you sell liquor there too, right?
Just beer and wine.
Okay.
The whole concept is, it's like, have you ever been to Buddy's before?
Yeah, beer. Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
sure.
so it's like that, but like on steroids.
So you can drive through?
Yeah, it's a drive-through.
Okay, cool.
You can come inside as well.
Okay.
We have girls that take your product to your car. Instead of you just pulling up to a window, we actually have the girl bring the stuff to your car.
Nice.
And we also have like a kitchen. We have a sweepstakes in there.
And that's off of Zaragoza, right?
No, that's in the Northeast.
Oh, in the Northeast. Yeah. Where though? What crossroads?
Dyer.
Do you know where the clock is? The
clock is like I'm not familiar with Northeast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like between Hercules and Hondo Pass off of Dyer.
Cool, because I want my audience to know where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like drive through.
8500 Dyer, Suite 90.
Yeah, straight up.
It's the biggest building in the shopping center.
Yeah, there you go. Because like driving through is a different experience. You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to get some beer, you gotta get out. You know what I mean? Turn the car off. Right. Walk in, get your stuff. Maybe I'm gonna get some snacks too. But like if you're just pulling up, you know what I mean? That's so much different.
But they also sell like micheladas.
Yeah, we do the red beers to go. We have frozen daiquiris to go. Like I said, we have a full kitchen with wings, burgers,
that
tacos.
place is popping then.
Oh,
that place is popping then, dude.
It's in the Northeast too, dog. So you know what I'm saying? He was telling me like, if they don't open on time, bro, they got people waiting outside. You know what I mean?
Outside and mad if we're like 5 minutes late. Like,
so when you open that spot, did you know it was gonna be niche like that? You know people were gonna pop up like.
So originally, we opened in the height of the pandemic, right?
2020.
2019. That's when it like first started, right?
Yeah, when people were like, "What's going on?" Like, I don't know.
So I
like 2020 is when they locked it down.
Yeah, we officially opened in 2020, but we came up with the idea in 2019.
Yeah.
And I honestly wasn't really for it at that time. I think I was bartending at that time. I was making good money.
I forgot about that.
Bartenders make great money in El Paso. Great money.
I'm telling myself now that I was the best guy bartender in the city. People were coming across. He would even come see me, and I was downtown. I was
downtown.
different places. People would come see me, and I was making $400 or $500 a night, stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
So my boy came up with the idea. He had already previously owned similar establishments, like a drive-through service.
Yeah.
And when he told me about it, I was kind of reluctant, like you were saying, because one, I had never owned anything, and two, we're going through a world crisis. I'm like, bro, opening up a business at this time would be crazy.
Yeah.
But it ended up being the best thing that we ever did, because at that time you couldn't go in stores, and so the drive-through service was perfect for that time. So man, our lines were crazy long, and it was such a blessing. The timing was perfect.
Man. I like that.
You know,
I like that.
I see that a lot too, dog. COVID, that shit changed my life, bro.
Honestly, it changed everybody's
It changed
life.
the directory
It
of where I
changed
was going.
Everything,
Yeah.
if you really think about it, because
Absolutely.
now people are working from home, jobs are getting cut like crazy, because now they see it like, bro, we don't even really need y'all here. You
More
know what I mean?
germaphobes in this motherfucker.
Like, that too. I mean, it really did change our lives for either
But
good or
I
bad.
like your story, man, because you don't know mine. But actually, I started my business 2020 the same way.
Okay.
And I was getting the same. It wasn't more. My reluctancy came from me saying, okay, I wrote my business plan. I'm going out in the world, and people are like, hey, man, it's COVID, you can't do it. Don't, hey, not now.
Right.
Even my family were telling me like, nah, it's not a good thing. And I was writing like, sanitation, like this is like gonna work out. You know what I mean? And people were like, nah. And then there was fucking opened up the business, started cooking for people, and it was like,
That's
I
dope.
need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you. I'm not gonna go to a restaurant. I want you to cook for me. And I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? So
That gotta be some fly shit. Like, you pull like a nice little bad bitch, and like, yo, I got my personal chef coming through.
hey, I mean, and you can work it however you want to work it. You know what I'm saying? I always tell like gentlemen when they hire me, like I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna make badass food for you, I'm gonna serve, I'm gonna pour wine, and then I'm gonna clean up the kitchen, and I'm gonna disappear. After that, it's on you.
Oh, and you still clean too?
Yeah, I
So
bet.
you ain't gotta
Absolutely.
work.
No, man.
Yeah.
no.
Takes, dog,
Yeah.
this boy got like Gucci plates.
Yeah.
Gucci plates? There's such
Yeah.
thing as Gucci plates?
Yeah, with
You
the
heard
little
that?
bees. It's got the little bees on it. Nah. For real though, those are my clients' plates. They're not my plates.
Oh, true.
I mean, did it look like they were my plates? I never
thought
claimed
they
that.
was yours. I
I never
thought they
claimed
was
that.
Louis
Nah.
Vuitton silverware.
Yeah.
Can we take a shot? Can
Yeah,
we take
let's
a shot?
do it. Yeah, I bet, absolutely.
I know
That'll be the first one for the podcast. How about that?
Go for it.
Oh, that's right, my boy. I apologize, my boy.
Y'all gotta
Yo.
take one for me.
But
yo.
I'm sure you got some za he can hit too, right? He don't drink. He got
yeah, give me that.
Yeah, we come
Damn, Vic,
correct,
yo, that
man.
shit
We
went over
come
my head. I
correct. A little bit
apologize.
for
I
everybody.
apologize, my boy.
For the viewers out there in Candyland,
Yeah.
I got my boys here, the 444 boys. They just came in
Got
with
the
a
whole
bottle of
Wu-Tang
Don
up in
Julio.
this motherfucker. Don't
Nah.
go nowhere alone,
Then you definitely come through with a crew, man. Laced up with the J's and everything, man.
Man, you know what? Like, these are the people that I have chosen in life.
Yeah.
Like, these are good, solid people
Hey, man.
that share my best interests. They got their own thing going on, so
Yeah.
they're not worried about, what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's
Yeah.
definitely important, man. You gotta have those people around you, dog, that are gonna push you and that are gonna fucking elevate you,
Right.
And want you to do better and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Cause you can't have people around you, dog, that are stuck in the same place that you was, or
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to kind of match that, like,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, when we talk about that, when you start, you're here with your friend, but you start leveling up, and you can either wait for him to catch up. If you don't, man, it's
You gotta
just
keep
gonna
going,
happen.
man. You
It's gonna
can't
happen.
stop.
It
Yeah, keep
happens
going.
that way. Yeah, it just happens that way though. You can't
just
look
gotta
back.
you gotta be supportive, like
Yeah.
even if your friend doesn't get up to where you think you may be,
But you just gotta
just continue to support and
1,000.
and be a good example for people and shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Salute.
Oh yeah.
Salute.
Salute.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you this
That's that good.
while it's
Don J.
on my mind. So
Uh-oh.
I feel like every job and everything that I've done in my life has prepared me for today.
Today.
And not like today as in the podcast.
I was like, damn, the
but
podcast like this?
just like
Thank you.
entrepreneur life.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Right?
I
So-
understand what you're saying though.
Well, that must be that loud, huh? So back in the day, I always hung out with older people. I
Okay.
always hung out with the OGs. They like put me in the right direction.
Put you on game.
As far as like just like man shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no, don't do that because this is what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So one of my best friends. His name is Doug. You know Doug.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I wanted to be like him, but I always admired how good of a people person he was. everybody fucking loves Doug. He's obnoxious and shit, but everybody loves him. And he kind of taught me, like, when we go out places, you know, always tip your bartenders, your servers good, stuff like that. That's how you build relationships. Just like a bunch of little things like that. So I kind of like, I feel like I already had the gift of gab, but like he kind of like sharpened it for me.
Yeah.
Just hanging out with him for years and years. And then fast forward to me being an operations manager at a call center, that gave me leadership, right?
Skills, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
How to lead a team, how to be, on your ass type shit.
Right.
But no, managing people, that's a skill. When you get thrown in there to actually manage human people, like that's a skill.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And you're not even managing their work. You're managing human behavior.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And then you barely finishing that shot. And then, so like when I was operations manager, I was in charge of like 700 people, bro. It was a big deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only black management there. You know, I was killing it, right? And then fast forward to me bartending, all of that stuff put together, the customer service skills, leadership. I was killing it in the bar scene. So now owning an establishment, I'm telling you, one of my best friends, social skills, leadership, customer service, putting that all together, it just ended up working out.
It makes sense now.
It really does make sense, like when you think about it.
Exactly.
Some people call that hard knocks. That's just living life. You know what I'm saying? That's
life
like
experience.
Yeah, life experience. You know what I mean? Like some people like, you want to go through life and hard knocks, or you want to go to college and learn. And you know, it's like, nah, man. Like it's just life. You want to go through life and have those experiences, and then maybe later in life you can go to college and get that book experience. But that's worth more than
But
gold.
at the same time, like recognizing those are skills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people
in the
might
moment
leave
you
a certain
don't.
situation.
In the moment you don't.
Yeah, in the moment you don't. Yeah.
Like, damn, like I really did learn a lot from all the shit that I've really done up until now. And if I hadn't gone through that, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Or as strong of a leader as you are now.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I did call centers too, man. That was one thing. Like, be nice on the phone. You got to put your white voice on. And how can I help? You know what I mean? And now, like, when I talk to my clients, bro, I try to enforce that. Even like, especially on a new client. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know how it is. You see him at the door. Hey, how can I help you? Bring him to the chair. Sit him down. What do we talk? What are we doing today? Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like catering to them and shit.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely. So this was in pre-production. Look at me. I'm fucking Hollywood now,
at
man.
us.
So okay, that kind of goes to what I was saying. What I wanted to tell you. Okay, so in being an entrepreneur, every dollar counts, right? Every cent counts. Every dollar counts. And I remember me and you. I'm not gonna say we had words, but we had a disagreement.
Always.
About a certain person, right?
Sounds like two alphas going at it.
So he was saying that he had a client that wasn't tipping.
Mm-hmm.
Is that was the story, right?
I can't remember which argument we had.
But you kind of cut. No, it wasn't an argument. But you kind of cut him off, or something happened where he's no longer your client, right? And I was like, nah, Vic, you got, even if you don't tip, you still got to bring that cut in every week. You know what I mean? Because in my mind, I see it like this: $40 a week, whatever, you know, times 12.
Right.
I see the grand scheme of it, because at my shops, every dollar, I'm trying to get every dollar. And my shop is a little hood, so I've had words with customers, and I make sure I bring them back the next day, and we keep that going, because without them, I don't have a job, my employees don't have a job, and my dream isn't coming true. So I remember I was like, nah, Vic, you wrong, dog, you wrong. Who cares if you don't tip? Because he's still adding to your pile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then I kind of have the weird story though, because like as far as haircuts go, like I'm from the East Coast, and like same kind of game.
Where in the East Coast?
South Florida, Fort Lauderdale type area. So like I was always like, these Puerto Rican dudes would have like the nicest shops, the best music, the latest music, and charging the most money for that shit. So when I came here, I was like, I just got a good barber. Like, who the fuck can just give a good barber? So I went to that's Mondo's actually, and then the one dude I sat down with, motherfucking Rudy. I gotta give him a shout because he's a badass motherfucker.
Rudy,
yeah. So once I sat down with this cat, he was in a bad mood. But he fucking boom, 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 and it was like, ooh, okay.
Crispy?
Boom. So he's bad mood or what? I don't give a fuck. I came back to him. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not always the attitude. Like if Vic came off like rough at me at first, you know what I'm saying? I would still like give him a chance, because it's always like the quality of the cut, and then later you're like, man, I can get quality other places. You know what I mean? I can do without the attitude or whatever the case may be.
And that was part of my
Yeah,
argument
and I think
with
that's
him
where
too.
you were going. I think that's where you were going, yeah.
Especially in my line of business, I sell beer. Bro, you can buy beer anywhere. You can buy beer at Walgreens if you want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have to keep them coming back, and I have to be humble sometimes. Like, damn, they're choosing to spend their money with me.
Right.
They could easily just take the next block and go to 7-Eleven or wherever the fuck and spend their money there. So, you know, sometimes like we all got to humble ourselves.
Big time,
Bro,
learning.
I go through it like all the time where I have to humble myself.
Oh, yeah,
Like I'm, like he said, I'm a socialite, I'm a social butterfly and shit.
We out here.
But like sometimes, some days, bro, I'm burnt out.
Well, 100, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
definitely.
I just don't have it in me,
patience,
right? But then I had to check myself, like, I got to be grateful that I'm even in this position. Because some people, like you said, you working 9 to 5 or whatever. And
let me ask you, what helps you keep that humbleness? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, I know I get to days where I'm like, okay, not only am I tired, not only did that motherfucker piss me off, but I'm just not, I don't got it. You know what I'm saying? So like, come at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what actually keeps you humble? And you know what I mean? Like, is there a certain instance, or is there somebody, or
it usually happens. Okay, so my store is called Big Ben's. I used to work for a guy named Big Ben.
Right.
And I'll never forget him telling me that, like, in your deepest, darkest days when you don't feel like doing shit, you're hungover, you're sick, whatever the fuck's going on, negative in your life, those are the days when you gotta humble yourself. Those are the days you gotta check yourself.
Hell yeah.
And you gotta get up and you gotta fucking perform. That's just bottom line. So that's usually what kind of checks me when I'm low.
Yeah, you feel
and
it.
I feel it, and I'm like, you know what? I can't be like this
This
because
is that moment.
my employee's gonna feed off of that. The customers might feed off of that. You know, whatever.
Your whole day just based on that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it was totally completely just a tipping part that I cut the dude off.
Oh, so you're gonna say
I'm still on that shit. I think it was just more to that.
He's about the principalities. He's always about the principalities.
The principalities
Always.
about this shit. But look, it's hard for me to cut somebody off, especially over price. I work with you, dog. You know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I cut you off, it's because you're doing extra shit and then you don't tip. You know what I mean? Like maybe showing up late, no call, no show.
Oh, well, that's different. Yeah.
Or even you in the chair and you give me attitude. Or you know what I mean? Or you get in the chair and you just not a good vibe.
Not a good customer.
Not a good customer. You know what I mean?
And then on top of that, you don't tip. It's like, what?
Yeah, and then on top of that, you trying to not tip me, but like haggle with the price that's already set. You feel me? So I'll never cut off a client because my prices is based off what it's like with the tip included. If you give me extra shit, dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I've learned to do business as a barber and
good
shit.
with it, for sure.
And it's different though. You know what I mean? Like a barber, chef, and you own, you know what I mean? You own two businesses that generate money that people go in already. You know what I mean? So we working off clientele. You have clientele, but it's pretty much like they're gonna go there anyway. You know what I'm saying? There is other options. There's other options and shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's different to you're not sitting down with
The
the
customer
client.
service, the catering to the actual customer. I think
It's all
like
kind of the same.
I think
though.
I think you're talking about time frame. You're sitting for an hour and a half. I'm doing 3 hours, and he's sitting for 5 minutes.
But at the same time, like
maybe not even that. Yeah.
maybe not even that. Yeah.
at the same time, a Bud Light is a Bud Light. You know what I mean? A Twisted Tea is a Twisted Tea. True. So when you come to my chair, I'm giving you what you're asking for, but I'm also there for an hour and a half every week with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of like a little
that
different.
perspective would be though. What if you were giving 5-minute haircuts though? All day long though, and you know what I mean. Like you had all those people, so he has to give some kind of customer service. You know what I mean? Like there's some in some way, but it's not the intimate service that we are, where we're face to face for an hour and a half or plus hour. You know what I mean? But
true.
But I mean, I think in all though, we all have to have that customer service at the highest level. You know
we
what I mean?
all got to check
because we're in
ourselves
competition with another business,
Yeah,
another
no
entity,
doubt,
and stuff like that for sure.
Of course. But I really want to like, what was it? That moment in your life, bro, where you were like, you know what, I gotta be my own boss. I gotta fucking do this on my own. You know what I mean? Like, cause you was already pretty much working on your own as a bartender. You were making your own money. You know what I mean? So you kind of learned that entrepreneur spirit because no one's telling you grind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The schedule is flexible, whatever. So what did it take for you to be like, yo, I want to do this. I want to fucking get into some other.
So I don't have the inspirational story that you're looking for, but once the idea came up and we were able to execute it, that's probably when it really hit. was like, oh shit, I'm my own boss. But in the beginning, it's always tough in the beginning starting a business. People just think that you just open a business and you start making money. That's not how it happens. I don't even think me and my partner paid ourselves until like 2 months after already working every day for like 60 days straight. And then we're finding like, we should probably take some money for ourselves, huh? And then that's pretty much how that worked out.
Well, that's good. Most people take from the business day one. You know what I mean?
Like, you have to keep reinvesting your money and to expand.
Save and invest. Save and invest.
To expand. So that's probably when it hit, when it was like, man. Like,
that deserves a shot right there. Save and invest.
Vámonos.
Pour 'em up.
Pour 'em up.
Damn, dude.
Hey, y'all
gonna be drunk by the time.
Y'all go in to go get the bottle.
I don't need an excuse to post.
Y'all went to go. You send these guys to go get the
if
bottle.
We don't find a name, if we don't find a name for this podcast, it's gonna be Save and Invest.
Save and Invest. Save and Invest. Let's do it.
Yeah,
but so yeah, I guess that's when it hit, and man, we did so good our first year, man. I try not to toot my own horn, but sometimes you got to, right? Because sometimes you got to be your biggest
it's
cheerleader.
It's that goody go, man. You're proud of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because like Vic saying, man, we came a long way, bro. I was working at call centers. I mean, shit, life was fucked up before that.
Right.
So to be where I'm at now is a fucking blessing, man. Like, I work for myself. If we want to go out of town, I'm gonna go out of town. Like, no problem. You know what I mean? No questions asked. And not only that, to be able to give back to my community as well. And to hire young black boys to come work with me and inspire people to be like, bro, I'm a regular Joe, bro.
100.
No shot. But I'm just a regular person like everybody else. I'm not a celebrity or anything, and I just applied myself and worked hard at it, and I took things serious. Sometimes you have to put all the jokes aside and take life serious. And that's what we did, and it worked out. So
salute to that, man.
Salute.
Fucking being an example, man. We got to be examples. Some people
Cheers,
are just not
man, you better take that shot, JR.
Oh, I just report them.
So JR, he don't like taking shots and shit.
So how about that point where you're bartending, or you were bartending solely, but then I don't know, maybe you had side hustles or whatever, but like you're like, do I make the commitment to go entrepreneur solely? Do I let go of everything else?
So what happened was I was bartending, and then the pandemic hit.
Oh,
and everything
so
was
they
closed.
let you go.
So I didn't have a job. I didn't have no income.
How'd that feel?
So I was.
So you were forced to feel that way. How did you feel? Were you scared? I mean, like, how was
I was a little scared, but I was it just wasn't a good time. Just wasn't a good time.
But I mean, like, you were ready to get that government check or something like that. Like, what kept you like
where were
going?
You mentally,
like,
though? I'm saying, like, did you give up? Did you know what I'm saying? Like,
I kind of did give up at a point.
That's the rock bottom.
And the girl I was with at the time, I'm not gonna lie, she took care of me because she was getting like crazy. Like, she was getting the stimmies, the food stamps. She was getting unemployment. So she was loaded during the pandemic time.
Yeah.
So she was kind of taking care of me. But as a man, I'm like, man, I can't be like this.
Yeah.
I can't just have this girl taking care of me. You know what I mean? And then that's when we came up with the plan, and we raised some money, and we made things happen with Benz. And let me tell you, it's been the best years of my life, man. I tell everybody I've been broke my whole life, and then now I have a couple dollars to spend. But I'm not rich. I'm just okay.
And that's where we're at too, man. That's the story we're trying to portray, is that we're on this mountain, like, climbing it. It's not like we're successful, we're on the top, we're looking down on nobody.
It's not over.
It's not even about that.
And it could be taken away from you at any moment. So you have
to
cherish it, and you have to treat it like your child and shit. So
you could wake up tomorrow and it'll all be gone.
It could be gone.
I could have an employee sell to an underage person, and then TABC shut me down. I mean, it's so many different things that could happen that could put me back on the block doing some dumb shit. So yeah, man. I mean, shit. Vic knows about that story too. I was out. I was out.
We was outside.
I was out there.
We were outside.
I had the best deals in town.
Sheesh.
And I do you. And I do know you. Actually, I do know you then.
Man. But so
I remember.
So like our first year, I want to say, if the feds are watching, I think we sold.
No, we got them blocked. We got to. No, they're blocked from this.
I think we sold about $2 million our first year. At Big Benz, we were booming. And that's when I knew. I was like, damn, we're on to something fucking good here.
And you didn't pay yourself that year?
No, for like the first 2 months we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
After I seen the 10
shit,
million
you
shit.
know, like we
Yeah.
had some loans and shit we had to pay off and shit like
Oh,
that. So
yeah,
it wasn't
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all gotta
Just
know
because
that.
you say
We-
Y'all
10
gotta know
million,
year one, there's
So-
a lot of debt. There's
I'm
a
glad
lot
you
of
said-
debt in year one.
I'm glad you said that. Just because I say 2 million, I didn't take home 2 million.
Oh, no, that's the
Yeah.
revenue. That's
Yeah.
that's your profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of subtractions under that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Man, about a 1.75.
And then the government took
You
that
know what I
chunk,
mean?
right?
Oh man, taxes are crazy, man.
Yeah,
And
y'all
so-
got to be ready for the government to take that money too. Don't think
Plan for that
making
shit
all
too,
that
dog.
money. Yeah.
So
Plan
at,
for that
at,
shit.
at that point, man, we had so much money in the bank account, right?
Yeah.
I always wanted to own a bar. That was like, I don't know. It was sexy.
You know what I think though? Like
I think I might have
It's
told
like-
you
I
that.
like-
back in the day.
I think it's like every dope boy's dream to, cause you know what I mean. You see paying full
It's sexy.
dollars, like
It's
flashing
sexy as
lights and
fuck.
shit, pretty girls,
A club.
drinks going
I
off.
thought a
dog.
club.
And you got your
It's a club.
yeah, and you got your owner's office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I think it's like every dope boy's dream to have a. That's what we.
Yeah.
That and laundromats.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
And so we had the money. Well, we had a nice chunk of money, and we said, "Fuck it, let's open a bar in the same shopping center." So the whole concept is, that's how if we need to
We
go
get
to
the
that
beer for the after.
Save and invest.
Yeah. and so we said, "Fuck it." We dumped all of this fucking money we had. We dumped every fucking dollar we had into this bar,
That's the way to do it.
and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
Gotta take the risk.
it took us, I want to say it almost took us almost 2 years to get that bitch going. It's a lot harder to open a bar than it is a store. Let me tell you, because you're dealing
Red
with
tape?
health, you're dealing with health, fire, TABC. It's a lot of different comptrollers. It's compared to a store, you just open the store and that's it.
So it's like taxes. They want to know everything you're
Right,
doing. inside.
right. But they also want to make sure it's a safe place, not like bang bang safe, but like if you use the toilet, it doesn't break while you're using it. Making sure you have hot water, like all this
hot
other-
water, yeah, for sure.
Just
handicap
all-
accessible, shit
handicap
like that.
accessible.
Fire
You got a ramp.
extinguishers.
Do you have
fire,
a ramp in your
smoke
exit
detectors.
in the back? Like all kind of crazy shit, right?
yeah.
So all this shit kept delaying us and delaying us, and
Yeah.
it was very discouraging at the time, especially for the amount of money
Yeah.
we were dumping in there. And shouts out to Dickie, shouts out to Seabass, shouts out to Fernie. They all came and gave us pointers. I don't know if you know any of those guys.
Dickie, the one.
Everybody
yeah,
knows
for sure.
Dickie,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Everybody knows Dickie.
Man,
I'll be going a little bit more into
I'm-
depth.
Red Parrot?
I'm gonna try to
go more into depth to people who these people are and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Dickie,
so-
Dickie
so-
what? Williams,
so
right?
Dickie Williams.
Dickie Williams. What does he do in El Paso?
Dickie is he's the entrepreneur of entrepreneurs.
In El Paso.
I want to say Dickie probably owns 10 plus clubs, bars in the city.
And he's
so-
probably opening up a new one as we
He's
speak,
probably
too.
working on another one
he
right
probably
now.
working
Next
on
door,
one,
I think.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while, but
Bet, yeah.
he came and showed love, man. He took time out of his busy day to come see me in the hood. See, like, you know what, bro, you can't do that. You should do this, whatever.
Did you
call
reach
me.
out or he reached out?
I reached out to him. He's like, yeah, you want me to come through?
But
And I was
that's
like, yeah.
networking you had from the bar days, right?
Right,
Absolutely.
right, and just
See?
being outside too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for
And
sure.
and then Fernie as well. Fernie, that's my guy. Fernie, you know Fernie, right?
Nah.
Remember he used to own House Party?
Okay.
When he owns 91 Vibes now.
True.
He's also somebody you guys probably want to get on here too. He came and showed love. Fernie actually is like one of the first people to kind of put me in check. I'll never forget this conversation. He kind of put me in check. It was like a rainy, gloomy day, right? Fernie's like, I'm gonna go
Set
fuck
the
with you
scene.
to see to give you guys pointers on the club. Cause I had never opened a fucking club / bar before.
Yeah.
And I think that day we weren't doing shit at the bar. There was no work being done at all. And he comes in and like one of the first things he's like, yeah, it's nice in here, but how come you guys aren't working? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you don't have any of your contractors here? And he's like, and we were in the office playing like Call of Duty or some shit. Because we had a dope ass
Shit was
office.
super slow.
Yeah, there was just
Nothing to do.
It was for us. There was nothing to do, and he's like, "But why aren't you guys doing this and doing that?" And he's like, "Bro, don't take no days off. You guys are already here. What are you doing in the back playing Call of Duty and shit?" And he kind of checked me on that shit, and I was like, "I'm like, damn, you right, dog. Like, what are we doing?" And so, man, shouts out to him. Seabass owns. I want to say he owns Honest Abe's. He owns. He owns some other. He owns Willie's. I don't know if you heard of Willie's. Seabass has been in the bar business for a long time. Him and Dickie used to be partners. I don't know, they're not partners anymore. But I've been blessed to know some really important people. You know what I mean? Even David Chin. Man, shouts out to David Chin. That's my guy. I don't know. You guys know David Chin? Holy shit, he's
It's
like
a new world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
no.
we don't know
David
the
Chin
secret
is like
shit.
the richest man in El Paso.
I
Asian
don't know
guy.
about that,
Asian
man.
guy.
Oh,
while you're up there?
No, me personally. No.
No,
Some of his clients, maybe, you know.
David Chin's up there. He's
Okay.
definitely up there.
All right.
He owns.
Does he have a personal chef?
He probably does.
Oh, I don't know. Does
Bro,
he have a good
I-
one? Does he have a good one?
Bro, I'm talking.
Hey, shout out
Rich,
David
rich.
Chin. Shout out David Chin.
Hey man, Dave, if you see this, he's gonna be like, man, don't be shouting me out like that.
Don't be dropping my name.
Don't be saying I'm rich out here. No, he's definitely one of
Name
those guys.
dropping ass.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of those guys. But anyways, man, those guys they helped
Does
out
he
a
have a
lot,
barber?
man. Because a lot of times people say they want to see you win, but they don't really want to see you. They don't give a fuck what you got going on.
I think
you
I
know
saw
what
a
mean?
meme that said the only person that wants to see you win is your dad, actually. Or I mean, if you have, I mean,
I don't
sometimes
have a dad.
I apologize. Yeah. But I mean, like in essence, like your dad makes you, so like that'd be the only male person that would want to actually see
I feel
you
you.
win. You know what I
feel
mean?
you.
That in essence.
Maybe like your brother, maybe. You know?
I don't even think your brother sometimes, man. But a hater, motherfucking hater, dude. Shit.
Nah, but I definitely feel that shit that, you know, people say like, "Yo, you're doing good," but
Ask this guy.
Yeah.
I give him a hard time all the time because
Yeah.
I know a little. I'm not shitting on you. I know maybe a
Don't.
little more. I know maybe a little more about
Sure.
the business,
Uh-huh.
and I try to give him the game all the time. I'm like, Vic, did you go get your LLC? Did you go get your business bank account?
Yeah.
Man, apply for these loans. They giving loans to everybody. You know what I mean? Like, so I try to show my boy.
nah, for
Vic,
sure.
look,
Like definitely like I said, because he's on a bigger scale and you're doing, because there's no way you could open without having that paperwork and, you know, knowing what you know.
right.
Me doing my personal studio, you can kind of get away with a little bit more.
No, yeah,
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying? So now, yeah, definitely like all that shit that you've said, boom, 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 boom. And another light, a big homie right here, G, you know what I mean? My OG and shit, dog, like be telling me like, yo, dude, you got this, you got that. And like that, being around that environment, dog, being around those people that are grown in the head, you know what I'm saying? Like, that helps you so much, but you
But
gotta
that's-
get rid of that fucking
that's what we
immaturity,
were
that
talking about, though.
negative bullshit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
talking about. When you have friends, acquaintances, and then you're like leveling up, and then you just see them on the bottom, you're like, damn, bro, I can give you, you know, help you do.
But
you know?
sometimes you-
but like
you
you,
just
you're
can't,
you're
though, you
here.
know what I
though.
mean?
That's what I'm saying. You're here. Every time I'm leveling up, you're coming with me. You're like, oh shoot, dude. Like,
Yeah,
let's,
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like that's the fire that I wanted. You know what I mean? Like I needed a circle. I needed somebody who had a business mind or just a passion. You know what I'm saying? With you, bro, it's fucking easy to fucking talk business, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You know, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the apprentice and shit like that. Man, I'm going through some growing pains, but you're like, yo, I'm going through.
Definitely
some
gotta
shit,
go
dog.
through the growing pains.
Yeah, go.
Bro, and that's why I love cutting this guy, man, because it's like we talk about bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's always around business. You know what I'm saying? It's
9
like
times
the
out of 10
bullshit.
is-
Trying to grow.
That-
The
yeah.
bullshit around the
The
business.
bullshit around the business. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, bro.
And the funny stories and I had to find
Yeah.
this, you know, blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
No,
you
for
know what I
real,
mean?
for
And
real.
it's like, damn, that's inspiring to me, dog. Because I don't have coming up. I didn't associate myself with people like that, dog.
Of course not, right? We
You
never
know?
really do.
It was in the wrong business.
Yeah.
Right.
feel me?
We're all attracted to the wrong things when you're
and
younger.
I've always said that, like, man, why do I track this? Why do I track that hood vibe? Why do I track? And there's nothing wrong about that. I'm from the hood, but I'm not hood.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And for a long
that's
time,
that's those flashing lights, bro.
that fucked me up mentally.
It's going toward it. That's what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you don't realize
I
what you
like
actually
that.
want.
It
You know what
fucked
I'm
me
saying?
up
Urban
mentally,
hood.
bro,
Yeah.
because it was like, this is the way I am.
Yeah.
But to be better and to fucking actually be grown up
Yeah.
and say, you know, I gotta get my fucking life together, dog.
Yeah.
And
No, no
honestly,
doubt,
that
no
means paper, dog. Life is a game. Chips is the token. You know what I
Cream,
mean?
dog. Cash rules.
Everybody's gauge of success is different, bro. It doesn't always have to be
Oh, I was just gonna
monetary.
talk about that right now,
You know, it
man.
doesn't have to be money.
Let me ask you
know-
something, G. Do you wake up happy? You wake up like,
Most,
I believe
most
that
days.
I believe
Most
that
days.
that's success. Like
Most
that
days.
for me, you know what I mean? Because I was always like, man, I can make this bill. Oh, I gotta, just do this, gotta do
Yeah.
that. Gotta do that. I was always like that, and now I'm just like waking up like, man, you know, I don't need to grab my phone and check social media or nothing like that. I don't need to check my bank account. I don't need none of that. I just wake up. You know what I mean?
Flex on them, boy.
Yeah, I'm not even
check
trying to
my
flex, but like I was always striving for like to be happy and like, oh, it's money, it's this. No, it's not. You know what I mean?
It's not
keeping
always
your shit in
monetary.
check. Keeping your shit in check, and then you know, like I have my schedule in order. I have my clients in order. I have my income and outgoing money is in order. So. You know what I mean? That's happiness to me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
you. It's
Like,
it's not always about the money.
don't get me wrong. Like,
Oh,
I'm not.
no, don't get me wrong. The money is great when it's
You know
when
what I'm
it's there.
saying? Like, it's I'm not saying it's about the money. True happiness comes from within, dog. Of course.
Right.
But one less problem to have is like you got fucking bills to pay, you got baby mama drama, and then you broke. Like, nah.
Yeah. No.
Nah.
Oh,
That's
without
gotta
that-
be
money-
a priority, dog. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
For sure.
Happiness will fall sooner if you got that money
like,
not to worry about.
So like it's a mindset, right? You're not going for the money. You're going for happiness, and the money comes.
The money's
Yeah.
in the way.
No, yeah. Like, for me, the best part about all this shit, the money's great, right?
Yeah.
Money is
So,
it's always great.
yeah.
The best part to me is it's
Hey, it's a vibe today. I'll tell you that for sure.
for me, it's the freedom.
Yeah.
I'm free. I could come to a Tuesday podcast with no worries. He said, "You want to do the podcast? Hell yeah." I don't have to like, oh, I gotta see if I. No, bro, I'm out, and I'm still making money right now. You know what I mean? So that's the happiness for me. Where if I don't feel like waking up and going into the shop today, I don't have to. It's the freedom of being able to move around if I choose to, and that's honestly what makes me happy. I you know what, lately I've been in this I don't know what I've been on, man. I'm doing weird shit lately, bro. So my happiness to start off my day, I have to make my bed. I have to make my bed. I
Is
feel
that,
like
is that something you did every day?
That's
atomic-
atomic habits right there, though.
I've never
Atomic
really
habits.
I've never really been the type to make my bed every day. But now I'm doing it because it's like muscle memory and it's also like giving me structure. You know what I mean? It's something so small, right?
That's all it takes, though.
He read that
somebody.
somewhere, or somebody put you onto that.
I think I might have saw that on like Instagram or something.
Dude, it really does put structure in your life, dude. Seriously,
It really does. It's something
Just
so simple
little
as that
things
because
like
that can
yeah.
lead leads to other little
It's
structures.
just a productive day after that. And shit,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Salud, y'all.
I'm gonna be drunk by the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cheers.
You're right.
cheers.
Damn,
Cheers,
this
dog.
motherfucker 12:30. Shit.
Watch this thing over here.
Okay, so let me finish telling you the bar story, right? So I told how we were in the midst of building it, but then we kept running into issues with TABC. It's really hard to get a mixed beverage license. It's not easy. It's easy to get a beer and wine license like I have at the store, but a mixed
You
beverage.
still have to go through some red tape and some time, but it's still.
But
a lot
this
easier.
is different because they're on your premises and they're worried about your customer leaving and killing somebody, like car accident, shootouts, whatever the fuck, right?
It's El Paso.
Especially
It's
El
bad, bro. It's bad.
So it's a lot harder to get that, and so we ran into a lot of problems along the way, and it kept prolonging, and it felt like it was never going to happen. And at this point, now we're kind of broke because we're dumping all the money into the goddamn club. You know what I mean? And by the grace of God, we were able to get open last October 22. I think we opened on my birthday actually, and it was great. Everything was great, right? The grand opening, the hype. I mean, we promoted so crazy, and so the first weekend was a smash. I was like, oh, this is great. You know what I mean? Second weekend came around, dead. Went from woo to dead, right? And so we're like, damn, it's not gonna be as easy as we thought compared to the store. Where if you want a Bud Light, you're gonna go get a fucking Bud Light. But people
traffic.
can go party anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're probably not gonna go.
For that business, it's location, right?
It's
but like for the
location.
club, it's like it's gotta be hype.
Right.
It's gotta be hype.
It's hype.
Did you
Yeah.
promote that after that first grand opening? Did you promote as hard as you did?
Probably not. Probably not.
You got a little bit
I guess we
complacent.
just kind of figured it would just keep coming.
Like the momentum would stay. Like
yeah, but then
'Cause they already
but
know it's there, right?
At the same time, too, Northeast is kind of secluded. So it's like if you live on the East or West, why would you come to the Northeast to party? Well, what is the incentive for you?
There could be though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
there could be.
If you like,
But we weren't prepared for
right.
we weren't prepared for any of that shit. Right? So
Your first time.
So like now we're like, oh fuck. Like we're fucking stressed out. We ain't make no money week 2.
Yeah.
And then we ended up linking up with Brent from GFM. That's also somebody you should have on here. Brent. Do you know Brent? GFM? No?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna reach out to him. That's a motherfucker you want up here. That dude that's
cool.
Ultimate hustler.
Appreciate anybody who wants to be on that. Anybody
ultimate hustler
on that entrepreneur motivation tip.
He's a party promoter, and they used to do like the parties at EPTX, and they're the hip hop promoters in the city.
Okay.
Right? We linked up with them, and so it went from we had a good grand opening, we were dead week 2, week 3, crazy booming. I think he filled up our whole fucking club. We had like 400 people, bro. Line crazy down the block to get in.
I seen that shit.
And so we were like, damn, we should have linked up with him from the beginning. You got to pay your little percentage to the promoter.
Sure, hell yeah.
Fuck it, I'd rather do that than not have anybody in
spend money to make
yeah.
money, dog.
Right? And then, so that was great. So we were like, man, we're on to something good now. We'll just keep GFM happy. That's the name of their promotion company. And we'll continue to do good. They throw like concerts and shit too. They brought Russ. They bring Gorilla Zoe all the time. They bring, some pretty decent rappers. And then week 4, I'll never forget this. Even to this day, it still gives me chills thinking about it. Week 4, unfortunately, I had a homicide in the parking lot.
Oh, damn.
After the club. It was way after the club. Like, it was like 2:30, closed, but it was on the far side of the parking lot. The parking lot's huge over there. And somebody got killed, right? And I'll never forget me, like, beating myself up about that shit, because I'm like, man, this guy just came to have a good time. He ended up losing his life. And so once again, back to Dickie. I talked to Dickie the next day after that, and he's like, bro, we chose this life, bro. He's like, that type of shit happens everywhere. He's like, you know how many times this happened to me too? Like, it's not that we don't care.
Oh, right.
But that's just part of owning
The
a bar.
business, the business,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
that's an unfortunate part of owning a bar, is that somebody can get hurt or get in an accident or whatever, and
They're leaving your bar.
You can only try to do so much. So thankfully, the state of Texas didn't see it was my fault or responsibility for what happened, so they let us continue to operate. But I mean, we were only open for a month, if that. It might have been, it might have been week 3. I can't remember exactly.
And now you're kind of like projecting, like, damn, that's first month.
Okay, so now I'm glad you said that. So we were on this high.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he had packed it out with 400 people the week before, and I think that same weekend it was just as packed. But now there was a death. So nobody the next week dead. Nobody wants to come.
Yeah.
They don't feel it's safe.
Were you on Fit Fam, dog?
Thankfully not. But
Good.
I was on
Man.
El Paso Times. I was on K-Fox. All that
Man,
shit.
so but the thing is, like, they say any publicity is good publicity. Did you get anything good out of it? Like,
No,
no?
unfortunately not.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Unfortunately not.
That's
But
crazy.
I mean, that was a learning experience, man.
Sure,
We didn't
absolutely.
see that coming. Fuck,
Who could have?
We were only
Who could've?
open a few weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sucks, man. It's a shitty.
But at
and-
the same time, you got that knowledge, though. I mean, if you ever came across an opportunity to open up another one, you have that knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
So that leads me to my next segue.
Uh-oh.
I would never own another bar. I would
Jeez,
never
uh-oh.
get into the bar business again.
Never get into the bar business again.
But I'm not saying it's not profitable.
Well,
You
that's what
can
I'm saying. Because,
definitely
like,
make
me,
money.
I was a bartender. Like you said, you would make $500 a night. Like, I would make $300 a night, and I didn't do nothing. Like, the girl, shout out Libby, because she would just slang all the drinks, and I would just be doing all the busboy stuff, and I'd go home with $300. So I can imagine if I was bartending, I mean, how easy all that stuff.
You're a bar back.
No, I was actually the other bartender, but she would just like to take care of the customers, and she's like, no, just kick back. You know what I'm saying? I just was like to watch her work, because she was some girls just know how to hustle. You know what I'm saying? And make that money.
I love a girl that loves to hustle.
Especially
man.
in a bar, it's like, whoa. So she know how to make some money. So, but I mean, owning
easy,
a bar.
though.
So you're saying owning a bar isn't the way to go, because I'm saying I see the money as a bartender.
That's
So
just
there's
not
gotta
your-
be,
that's
it's
not
gotta
for
be
you.
tenfold.
It's
It's got to be
not
tenfold.
for me.
But it's got to be tenfold for the owner.
Yeah, I caught myself being like miserable, in the bar scene.
Because
Well,
what were you striving for? What were you killing yourself
It was
over?
just like
Was it like
it took-
what drew you was the money, the flip? Like,
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a lot of money. It's real sexy. You know what I mean? And there was money, but the taxes are way higher. So like for instance, this one month I think we claimed like, I don't know, 60,000 or something like that. You have to report to the comptroller.
Right.
We just have to pay like 10,000 in taxes, bro. And so like, and then people are like, oh, your some of your prices are too high. And I'm like, bro, like Hornitos, yeah, I get it, but like you have to pay. Well, first you have to pay for the bottle of Hornitos, right? Let's say it's $30.
Right.
You have to pay $30 for the Hornitos. Then you have to pay a tax on each shot that you sell. And then you still paying tax on like your building and like it's too much, bro. But you can honestly make money.
Yes.
If you motherfucker like Dickie where your shit's booming all the time and then yeah, you know, if you're making fucking $5 million a year, whatever the fuck, then yeah, you don't give a fuck about that little bullshit. But
they have something going because I feel like they have like some kind of marketing game or just like a following or something.
That's what it is too, because it's kind of a popularity contest.
It is,
too,
honestly.
right?
Yeah, honestly. I mean, they have
Right.
like back in the day, like Tipsy Tiger. All of a sudden, it's open and then boom, it's busy.
Tipsy Tiger was the shit.
Right?
Summer 16, baby.
Right. Oh, okay, he remembers the day.
Summer 16. baby.
That was a good year.
I bet
That was
you
a
all
good
do
year.
too.
Shouts out.
So y'all got stories.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's just I found myself miserable because what it was doing is the store would close at 12.
Right.
The store closed at 12 because you can't serve beer after 12
Right.
at a store. But at a bar, you open till 2,
2.
which really means like 3. Could be 4 if you're busy, right? Like a Saturday night. Sometimes the bartenders aren't getting out till 3, 4
Oh,
o'clock.
right. I thought you were selling so far. I was like,
no,
I
I
don't
mean
know,
like
guys.
as far as like the
clean up and getting out of there. Yeah, for sure.
and it was just like so much. It was like we had to worry about promo, and we had to. It
wasn't what you were looking for.
It wasn't what I was thinking it was gonna be. Compared to Big Ben's, where we just open the door and we're making money, I have to convince people to come to EP Clubhouse, right? So that's what that was.
You gotta sell it, dog.
Not only that, it was ruining the relationship I was in too. It was bad because now I'm not as accessible and
late hours.
And
then-
what are you doing at the club all day, right? Like, what's going on? at the club
yeah.
all day?
Well, not only that, it's just like now I gotta work late nights. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking
Bunch of females.
The whole freedom talk we just had. I can easily move around. When I had the bar, it wasn't like that because I was trying to build it up, and then bartenders. You have to worry about bartenders stealing. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
We talked about earlier your friend that had you said you had to get the gab, but your friend had more networking skills.
Right.
You think he could own a bar? That person could own a bar?
Probably not.
No? So it takes, what does it take? What kind of a person does it take to own a bar?
For starters, you can't be an alcoholic. No, it's funny.
That's truth. That's absolute,
honestly,
honest
you
truth.
have to be able to
That's
say.
something-
You have to be able to say no.
Hey, shot.
Shot. hey, screw Vic. Hey, screw Vic.
It's just like if you're a dope boy, you can't be smoking up or snorting up the product.
Rule number 4.
Don't
never
get high on your own supply.
Right. Okay. So here's the other part that happened too at the bar. I probably drink once or twice a week. That's just like I'm
At
with
the bar?
these guys. No, I mean like in real life, like
okay,
in
yeah.
general.
Yeah,
In general. Once or twice a week. Now when I had the bar,
Yeah. You're drinking
I'm drinking every day, and it's not because I want to. It's because let's say
there it is.
Let's say Vic says, "Gee, I'm on my way to come visit you at Clubhouse."
Yeah, bet. Thanks for coming by. Here's what's up.
No, not even that. He wants to drink with me because
I'm going there
I
to
came
drink.
to see you, bro.
I'm going there to drink with the owner.
So every day, people wanted to drink with you, and I don't live life like that where I gotta drink every day. This guy, JR, that's my guy.
Was it fun
But
for a little while though? Was it fun for a little
It
while?
was fun for a couple weeks.
There you go. Okay.
For a couple weeks.
Gets old
See,
though.
we don't
got
have
old.
that. We don't have that. Some people don't have that. Even that 4 weeks, some people never live that. So
And
seriously.
it's like, and then every day when I'm there, I'm like, I gotta invite bitches, like, because like some of the homies will show up every day,
bitches
right? Like,
and women and girls too, right? Also.
sorry, bro. Sorry. Peace. Truce. Sorry, women, the girls, the homies would show up, right? So like, this is how I met JR because he would come. He was a frequent at the, but like,
He was a freak month.
oh yeah. He would go all the time, but like. Sometimes,
Supporter right there.
Sometimes maybe he wouldn't want to go because there was no bitches, right? Sorry, females.
Nah, we all
And
did.
so-
No, I'm just playing now.
So it's like, okay, I got to try to get girls in here to entertain the guys. It was just
A struggle.
It was
constant
too
struggle from
much,
every
bro.
angle.
And so
Man.
one day we decided to do banda, right? And we had
like dancing.
banda.
Okay.
Yeah, with like the live bands and shit. And
That's the vibe in El Paso.
Oh, yeah.
And our
definitely.
first night, it was a success. So I was like, okay, this is cool. So we got banda night, and then we have GFM on Saturdays. I was like, maybe we'll be all right. You know what I mean? And I guess it was probably the second or third time we did banda. A guy that did security for the banda was like, hey, this guy wants to talk to you about some business. And everybody wants to talk business all the time because we're entrepreneurs. Everybody wants to talk business, right?
Sure, absolutely.
So I was like, well, yeah, tell him to come see me during the day, whatever, right? And so this guy, he comes and he pulls up in a Lamborghini.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, all right.
I'll talk business.
We could talk. We could talk.
Maybe we can talk. And so he was like, how much you want for your bar? And I said,
Ooh.
I was like, bro, my bar ain't for sale. We were only open for 3 or 4
yeah,
months
yeah.
at this time. Yeah, I'm fast forwarding a little bit.
Okay.
3-4 months we were open. And I was like, I'm not selling my bar, bro. And he's like, look, I came and I had a really good time for banda night. I see what you guys are doing. I love it. How much would you want? And I was like, bro, I don't even know because I haven't even thought about that.
Yeah, sure.
Long story short, made me a 6-figure offer. I tossed that nigga the keys so
There
fast.
they go. Oh, snap.
I gave him the keys so goddamn fast.
Cash rules everything around me.
Cream, get the money.
Damn,
dollar
get that
bill,
money,
y'all.
G.
So
Get that money,
That was
G.
my first 6-figure deal.
Flip.
That was my first 6-figure deal. So I
Shot to that.
cheers for
Shout
the
out
flip.
to that flip. Damn.
So he
Cheers.
cheers.
Yo, this is what I'm talking about though. Like, it's possible, man. You know what I'm saying? A block boy,
Absolutely.
dog. You from DC originally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Moved to El Paso, dog.
DC's no walk in the park.
And you know what I mean? Learn these skills unbeknownst to him. He didn't even know.
Right.
Got in a position to where he could make a flip. Saw the opportunity. And that's what we talked about the last time too.
Yeah.
Recognizing the opportunity, dog. You could have slept on that.
Yeah.
You said, fuck it. You was already stressing. Same for me.
Okay.
I got my back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
See, and also too, my whole
Let me ask you
mindset
real
about
quick
the
though.
offer-
Let me
go
ask
for
you.
it.
I gotta ask you though, like, cause in the midst of all that, I got it. Cause like me personally, I come from a high-strung type of like background. I had to change my whole attitude, become kind, and realize that's a strength. So like, how in the midst of all that, coming from DC, coming from whatever you come from before the call center, how did you stay in the moment and say, this is where I'm gonna go and not gonna fucking regress?
Man, you know what? Like I said, I don't have the inspirational story that you're
But
looking
I
for.
mean, what's your
But-
story though, man? Because
Everybody
gotta be
has
something.
one,
It's gotta
though.
be
Everybody
something.
has one, though.
It's gonna sound weird, man, but I wanted to be the top dog at the call center, right?
Sure,
It was
and you
so
made it,
weird.
but you got there,
And
right?
I there was only one person above me.
Yeah, like you said, you were the only black manager. You said that
and I wanted
specifically, yeah.
his job, right? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how can I get to the next level?
Hell yeah.
I remember that shit,
Right.
though.
And
that
so-
promotion.
That was my thing. I was thinking very small, and I was like, I was making decent money. I was making pretty good money for El Paso standards, but I knew there was more for me down the line. Just didn't know what. It's like when you're a kid and they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, firefighter.
Right.
You never really know until you. And bro, I tell motherfuckers, yo, I didn't get my life together till now. I'm 36 years old.
Bet.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
I didn't get my.
38. I was 38 when I got my shit together, dog.
And there's no time frame for the
Nah,
shit.
there
There's
is no
no
time
race
frame.
for it. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he ain't feeling too good. So yeah, man. I mean,
But yo,
Yeah.
like, that's inspiration. What I'm saying is that, yeah, like, I like this vibe because we all grown men and we're all like, you know me, dog. We used to get it in, you know what I'm saying?
I
So,
know. I already know.
I'm getting my life together just now too. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that, like I said, I'm at that state where I'm like, okay, there's a lot of making up to do. But I'm preaching to the young boys that are in my situation where I was back then, or maybe the 33-year-old, the 31-year-old, the 28, the 25-year-old,
Maybe older than you.
maybe older than me.
You never
Still,
know.
yeah. Because there's no time limit to it, and you
Right.
can always change.
Yeah.
But you got to make that change early, dog. You know, that's
Yeah.
how I'm
So what
inspiring that
so
shit.
what I'm trying to do is like I want to get inside that person that right now that's like I've been through it, and I don't have the opportunity, and this motherfucking manager is getting at me, and I want to fucking wild out right now. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what stopped you from wilding out? Like, from regressing to progress rather than regress. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to ask. What's the inspiration, or what's the...
Man, I guess the inspiration is I was looking for that happiness we're talking about, the freedom.
You were tired of all the bullshit.
At some point, it hit me when I was like, you know what? I don't want to work for anybody ever again. And I'm thinking about if I were to lose it all, like, damn, if I had to go back and get a 9 to 5, and I had to like clock in and take a 15-minute break and an hour lunch, like, I don't know what the fuck.
It's different when you
every day, Monday through fucking Saturday and shit.
Right.
They choose your days off
for vacation time, and
Nah, I can't do that.
You know what? It helps too when moms is proud too. And, you know, moms want to shout you out and like show you off. You know what I mean? Like all that's the success part.
Nice.
It's not even, you can't even put a dollar amount on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, bro, sometimes I'm broke. I don't know if I told you this, but like sometimes I have to make sacrifices for my business, for myself. So like there's times where maybe we didn't have a great week and I gotta pay my employees first, and I just gotta sit back and be broke until the next week, and I'll make up. You know what I mean? Or something
you got
like
money
that.
coming in. You're there.
It's coming in. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you got to make those sacrifices. Oh, man, bro, my fucking electric bill at the store would be like fucking $4,000 and shit. You know what? This week we ain't gonna pay
shout out
ourselves.
EP Electric Company.
Oh, they killing me right now. They're killing me. Yeah, man. So, but I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for shit, dog.
That's what's up.
I think that to me, that's the humble. So when I start to get like in my certain point in my head where I'm like, damn, I gotta humble myself. I think about that shit, dog. Like not wanting to go back to that because I can't even see that shit, dog. You know what I mean?
What if you had to go clock in somewhere?
There's no way, bro. There's no way.
At this point, there's
and that's
definitely no way.
at the same time, that's the drive and shit.
Hell yeah.
You know
to
what
stay
I mean?
entrepreneur, to stay in business. Yeah.
It's gotta work. There is no plan B, though.
No, that's what motivates me. Like I have entrepreneurs that I follow that keep me motivated, you know, with tactics, but I'm always using them. I'm like every day, like I gotta post, I gotta do something, I gotta invigorate somebody out there with what I do. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, what am I doing? Just kicking it? I'm gonna be fucking stagnant. Happy with where I'm at? Nah.
Yeah.
Gotta keep going, man. Keep that momentum.
You gotta keep it going, man. And you just gotta find a way to humble yourself and check yourself.
Yeah, always stay humble for sure,
Yeah, man. It definitely humble yourself. That's probably one of the most.
So that's part of the 8 to educate. We asked our guests.
Eight to educate.
We got an 8 to educate, dog. Yeah. Just a couple questions for entrepreneurs that we ask our guests and shit. All right. So the first one's gonna be, any earlier goals that you've met. Like obviously, right? Like absolutely.
Yeah. Well, one of my biggest goals is minute to some, but it was big for me is to fix my credit, bro.
Oh, shout out!
That's big boy shit.
Straight up.
So, and I never really like cared about it. You know what I mean? I never really.
It sucked. Me personally,
bro. My shit
was
embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, bet.
And now I
something
realize
to be proud about.
It's something to be proud of, man. Work on that shit, and especially where our generation, remember the whole cash is king.
Yeah.
That was always...
No, I was 18 with a credit card and I maxed that motherfucker out.
Right. And I never had that lesson taught to me, like, you need to do this to, you know, to build your credit, or it was just like, you know...
Whatever.
I just didn't know how detrimental the maxing out and your credit card after credit, how bad that was gonna be down the line, dog. You know what I mean? No one taught me that shit.
Yeah, and then when you can't get finance for a fucking $5,000 car, you're like, oh fuck. Like,
that should be in your graduation. When you get your graduation diploma, it should be like, don't get credit cards and max them out. That shit
right there. Class is cool or some shit. I don't know why
they don't teach that type of shit in high school, bro.
Because the government says don't do that. Don't
right out of high school, that's when people start fucking up. Like you said,
right away.
I was in high school,
my very first credit card was what's the spot in the mall, the bougie, not AX, not the Money Exchange.
Oh, Buckle?
Not the other one. The bougie one downstairs.
Express.
My very first
Let me
credit
hide my
card
jeans.
was
Let me hide my
it was
jeans.
Express. Like you said, I maxed it out. It was
Darn.
$200. Maxed it out.
Hey, but you
And
were
that was
flossing.
my-
Hey, you were flossing.
And
though.
that was that was like 2 outfits, really. And that was my first like negative mark on my credit because I maxed it out and never paid it.
Yeah,
At 18, 19 years
mine was
old.
a gym. I was like, I'm gonna get buff, bro. I'm gonna get a gym, and then I signed up for the gym, and then the next time I come in, he's like, hey, come here real quick. You know what? You could pay for the whole year right here. Just get this credit card. I was like, bet. All right, cool. Motherfucker just signed me another
Right,
credit
and when you're
card.
young, you don't know. You don't
And it
know
was
no
maxed out
better.
before I even did anything, dog. Shit,
That's
motherfucker.
what I'm saying. So that was definitely one of my things is getting my credit together.
That's fucking
and
badass right there.
I'm using a bunch of different services to keep that shit where I want it to be at. Just so like when I am ready, so I don't want to give too much, but like I'm recently single, right? And so
Oh
when-
damn, he's trying to put it
Congratulations.
out there like that. Okay, all right.
for the love of G.
There you go.
For the love of G.
He goes by Downtown G now.
Downtown
Because
G.
he lives
So-
downtown.
I
and
live-
shit,
I
a
live
lot.
downtown.
We all single.
Yeah, there's
So when me and the girl that was with we broke up, it was like, you know, spur of the moment
man.
kind of thing. It kind of happened like
I'm glad this podcast is almost over, dog. That's like we're 6 deep. I think
Yeah,
I don't
right.
even know, dog.
we it was spur of the moment, last minute. So it wasn't like I had time to go like house shopping. I just went and bought. I mean, at least in the condo downtown. So, but when I'm done with that lease, I'm gonna be ready to buy because I built my credit. I've worked so hard on my credit. So when I'm ready to buy, I'm gonna fucking buy, bro.
Something nice.
And I'm not
Yeah.
gonna just. It ain't
Hell
gonna
yeah.
be no bullshit.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna come out there swinging.
But dog, that's
You know
what
I mean?
the things that we talk about on this podcast is like we didn't expect that, and we were at a point in our lives we didn't see a nice house, we didn't see a nice family and all this
Yeah.
like good stuff in our
Right.
life. We're at a point now where like we expect it. You know what I'm saying? Like we worked so hard that we expect that
Exactly.
kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
We
saying?
see
Like,
that,
hell yeah.
that bigger home and shit, you
Yeah,
know?
we deserve it,
For
dog.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like we deserve that shit, dog. Hell yeah.
Second question, dog. Do you feel like you're in control of your destiny?
Man, we could go hours about that.
That's what I'm saying,
Do you,
like,
believe,
it-
do you believe in that?
I
Do you
do, but
believe in
I actually
divine
at this
intervention and-
point believe that fate that I can control my own fate. Like destiny is destiny, but I can control my own fate.
Okay, so I feel like destiny. We're all given options, right or left, the fork in the road.
Ooh, there you go.
And you know what I mean, like,
Your boy is
and
deep,
and,
dog.
and
Sheesh.
that's. I think about this type of shit all the
That's
time.
true,
Like,
though. Yeah.
I've been in situations where it's like, you know, God rest this girl's soul, man. Like, if I would have went with that girl that night, I would have been dead too. Unfortunately, she died. This girl I'm talking about, she died in a car accident, and I feel like that was me. That wasn't, you know, the higher power or whatever. I chose to say like, you know what, I don't feel like going out tonight, and so that kept me alive. Or I could have easily went out with her and maybe died in a car crash with her. So, do I feel like I'm in control? Absolutely, but do I feel like there's choices involved? Absolutely.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
You do
dog.
have-
I like that a lot.
Those
Yeah.
are
Cheers on that
yeah,
one.
Yeah, yeah,
Cheers.
yeah.
Choices.
Yeah, for real.
Cheers to
It's-
choices.
Make the right
Cheers to
decisions.
choices.
Make the right decisions.
Yeah,
in life, you
man,
know?
definitely.
That's 6 at before noon. But yeah,
We
but
almost
thank
done.
God it's Don Julio. Shout out
We
Don
almost
Julio.
done, though. We almost done.
Shout out Don Julio,
Bro,
bro.
it's fucking 12:30.
Yeah, yeah.
12:45 on a Tuesday.
Yeah, G. A motherfucker like me got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
You still gotta go to work?
Yeah, right here. He said,
It's okay. I got an apprentice.
I'm about to
Joey,
take
he said,
boys
go
out.
get the
straddle
bottle.
up.
Didn't he say, go get the bottle? You said, go get the bottle.
Where we going after this? We going to Hooters?
Man, we was talking about the bottom before we got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We low-key
saying.
did. Yeah, man. I feel like I'm in control of my destiny.
All right.
For sure, lack of
Question
words.
3. Obviously, this is yes. Have you broke through? Do you feel, well, maybe not. Have you broke through? Do you feel
I don't
like?
feel like that, right? So, me and Joe, we went to
Hey, Vic, shout out, dog. You said G was gonna be a good guest, dog. Motherfucker's coming through like with some shit,
telling
dog.
you,
Straight
bro.
up. straight
hey
up.
man, hey, sign me to my 360.
No,
man.
no, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is tough, right? Because I hate sounding like this guy.
No, but you got to, dog.
I
Please
really
tell
do.
our audience. this
Okay,
shit.
so me and Joe and I, we went to my boy Doug, who I shouted out in the beginning. His son just graduated high school, and they had a graduation party. I guess we were too late. We showed up at the end of the party, right? But we showed up. But they're hyping me up at the party. Him, Joe, they're like, bro, you made it. You made it. And I'm like, bro, I haven't really made it, dog. Like, I'm just a regular guy, but I just have a little more freedom than the next guy. You know, I wish I was making like M's or something like that. So
Hey, you're gonna be though.
But that's inspiring to
Yeah.
you. nigga.
no, maybe it is.
Man, what you talking
Maybe,
about?
maybe
That's
it is.
inspiring to you, bro.
Maybe it is inspiring, and I want to
think
inspire and
about-
uplift people.
Exactly. Think about
But-
when you break through,
Right.
and this
But-
this motherfucker's still right next to you, though. How
Right.
he's gonna be.
But you see,
know?
I don't feel like I broke through because I feel like there's so much more to do, and right now I'm stagnant. He said we're at a minute 14. Just say it, bro.
I was just asking that. Trying to get an update.
Minute 14. But yeah, I don't think I broke through yet.
Cool.
Not yet.
You know what, man? I feel that shit, dog, because I feel the same type of way. You know what I mean? A lot of family be telling me like, "Damn, you got a podcast. You got your own business," and I'm like, "Nah, like I ain't even there yet." You know, like check for me in 5 years, this type of shit.
Because honestly, too, my bad.
No, you good.
El Paso is so small, and we're also small-minded. So when I go out of town and shit, right, I'm always reminded, like instantly. My last little trip, I went to Austin like a couple weeks ago, right, and I was like, damn, yo, they're getting money in Austin. My little chump change ain't shit. I would really be a regular Joe in Austin. You know what I mean? Like you have to have a really
But
good income.
the thing is, like, El Paso moves like this. Austin moves like this. So when
Right.
you jump in, like, you're gonna get it. Like, you're gonna get it too. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the mindset that we
Yeah,
have. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like
could
that.
be, could
don't,
be,
don't
yeah.
don't sell yourself short, man. We're at that point, dude. That things are.
Yeah, I was
You know,
just like,
I was
man,
just-
what the fuck?
I
They're
was
like,
gonna say, like, I know you guys don't feel like you break through. I think you're selling yourself short in a way. Me personally, I look at it a way that I did break through because there's a lot of obstacles that I had in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always like, this is my ceiling that I can have, and I just broke through. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm above my breakthrough moment. I'm like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep the momentum, and I'm never
too.
gonna fucking go back. You know what I'm saying?
You know, what does Drake say? Boo-hoo, sad story, Black American dad story.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, it's me too, bro. I didn't have no father figure. I don't even know that motherfucker. But like, for my statistics and my demographic, bro, we ain't supposed to make it past. You know what it is. So exactly. So for me to be at where I'm at, okay, yeah, I feel good about that. But like, I don't feel like I broke through. Like,
Do you ever listen to Too Short? Do you listen to Too Short?
Not like
Nah.
that.
But there's a one song that's called "Getting It," and he talks about like.
Oh, of course, everybody.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Of course.
So that's what I'm saying.
I'm
like,
a hip hop aficionado, by the
Okay.
way.
So that
Me
song-
and him, we talk about this
Yeah,
shit all
so
the time.
that song-
We could do a whole other podcast just on hip
Well,
hop.
I'm just saying that song "Getting It" will tell you, like, you know, you think you don't got it, but you can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
and then he even talks about, he even shouts out his own people. He's saying like they want to keep the black man down, but the thing is like that's everybody in a way.
Yeah.
The government or whoever just wants to keep everybody down. If you just fucking
Right.
just realize you can come up in this world, like just
It is
stay motivated, stay
you're right.
positive. All
You gotta
that
stay
shit.
motivated.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit might be out of pocket or whatever, but I'm more on like, because we focus on one statistic. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like just everybody, people of color in general, my bro.
Oh,
you know what
without
I'm saying?
a doubt.
Like,
Without a doubt. All my
I tell this guy all the time. He been in El Paso. He's Mexican, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
bro. Ask these guys.
¿Sabes español? ¿Sabes español?
All,
Sí sabes
all my
español.
employees are either black or Mexican. That's just,
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
it is. I mean,
What's the next question?
Oh,
I feel like,
who inspires you, dog?
ooh, is there a person?
man, that's a good one. Can I tell you
LeBron
something?
James. LeBron
Swear
James.
to God, I was gonna say that. I swear to God. Look, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I swear.
You know, hey, shout out to LeBron James. Right
Oh, we
there,
didn't even
dog.
got shots. What
Yeah.
you doing?
You know what I mean? But the number 6 LeBron James from Miami Heat. Shout out.
Hey, LeBron, if you watching, you feel me?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yo, that shit's wild. That was
tell you
crazy
what.
right there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
I've been watching. I say this story like once a week at least. It's gotta be at least once a week. I'm gonna be fucking drunk.
Yeah, tell me about it, bro.
I've been watching.
Y'all wanted this.
I've been
Yeah,
watching. Right. I've been watching LeBron since he was what 14, 15
Shout out,
years
Vic.
old. 14, 15 years old when his games were being sold out at Madison Square Garden in high school, bro. And he grew up to be the perfect role model for any black or brown boy. He had no father figure, and LeBron has honestly been the perfect person. No scandals, no nothing.
No abandonment from
I
Miami.
mean,
not at
yeah,
all.
people
None
are
at all.
like, oh, well, Jordan has 6, man. Fuck you, dog. Like LeBron is, we're gonna miss him when he's gone.
No, that's
and
that's true.
it sounds crazy, but like
No, it's
honestly,
true.
like LeBron is like he's like one of those people.
They
Like
talk about-
I admire what
Yeah.
he's done, bro. He opened up a school in Akron for kids with low income families and shit. Like,
Yeah.
but you're worried about him not hitting the fourth quarter shot, whatever the
But
fuck.
what inspires you the most? Like he came from nothing. Like he made it happen.
It's
he stayed
kinda the same
dedicated
story,
to his
bro.
craft.
It's the same story. It's,
Yeah, he stayed dedicated to his craft. Yeah.
Look, single mom,
Mm-hmm.
no siblings. I have no siblings. I'm an only child. Same fucking story.
You ain't got no blood?
Damn.
You know what I mean? It's
Now
like,
he does. Now you do.
But I'm not saying don't. People are gonna be like, he thinks he's LeBron James.
No, you know what? I was just telling the story the other day.
I'm not saying
Sometimes
that,
you
bro.
get to that point. I was telling one of my clients, I was cooking. I was like, I feel like I'm Kanye West sometimes when I'm cooking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a feeling. Dog. I understand
It's-
1,000%.
It's a vibe,
Bro,
bro.
that's-
It's like
Why wouldn't you want to be somebody like that, bro?
Exactly.
He's a fucking
Exactly.
billionaire.
it's just when you throw
Still
a piece of paper,
playing-
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
We're not
You know what I mean?
talking-
You
yeah,
taking
yeah,
on
yeah,
that
yeah.
like in any
Yeah.
given time though.
Yeah.
You know, like
For sure.
all
I
day.
mean, people don't line up for
But-
his shoes when they come out, but I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, we all got Jordans.
Yeah, we all swear
Oh,
J's.
so you
I
got
was
Air Force,
right.
except for you got the Maxes. We all, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have like an actual like inspiration like locally like a regular person. Just every entrepreneur in the game, bro. Whether that's Vic, whether that's Dickie, whether that's
Appreciate
Ruben
you, dog.
Salas, Ruben. You know Ruben?
No, I'm just saying I appreciate you thinking
Oh,
that
do
way.
you
You know what I
know
mean? Like
Ruben?
to shout out like
Man,
your
y'all
people.
gotta know these
Yeah.
guys, man.
Ruben,
They
the one
know
that owns
Ruben.
Mavericks or what?
No, he owns Moon Tower. He owns
Okay.
Ditsy Duck over there in
Oh,
Fairway.
yeah. Shout out.
But
shout
he
out
owns
Ruben.
like a contracting company. Bro, he's fucking rich as shit. So these are the people that I look up. And to my mother as well, man. My mom, she's been a go-getter from the beginning. I would say my work ethic comes from her because she's always been the type to work 50 hours a week. And my mom is still working that hard I'm 36, so she's probably 54 because she was 18 when she had me. So she's still working like that now.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's an
like,
inspiration
why?
right there,
I'm
that's
like,
for
what
sure.
are you? I'm not a kid no more. You ain't got to worry about.
That's inspiration.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You ain't got to put this, but little prayer for moms. You know?
Yeah,
She
my
ain't
mom's
even-
just
She ain't
fucked
here no
up
more.
right
She ain't here no
now.
more.
No, she's here. She's
Oh,
here.
right.
No, but she's just fucked up right now. She's in the
Don't pray,
hospital.
yo.
She's fucked up. But
All right, bless up.
Yeah,
bless
yeah,
up,
bless
Mom.
up, bless
man.
up.
Shout out prayers
Bless
to
up, man.
shout out players to my boy G's
yeah,
mama,
yeah,
man.
for sure, man. Let's get it. What else we got on
What you
there?
got?
Shit. What's the
Damn.
difference between
That's
cockiness
Zaza
and
got him,
confidence?
Cockiness and confidence is a thin line, bro. That's a very thin line.
Define it for us. Define it for us, then.
Where
feel
do you
like-
draw that line at?
I
Where
feel
do you
like
draw that line
cockiness
at?
is like when you're doing it to get a reaction.
To flex.
You're flexing.
Yeah. But like right now, I'm confident here.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not trying to.
You know, man.
This is
you
your
know,
environment, dog. You know,
I'm socialized.
this is what you
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
You know how many times I want to like flex and then fucking show 10,000 on Instagram? Like, yeah, I sometimes I do, but I check myself like I can't do it.
We
I
do
can't.
20 bands.
Sheesh. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good times, yo. You can invite the podcast.
This boy knows to throw money in the air and shit, dog. You know,
I
he's
hate
been known to do
I
that.
hate myself sometimes, dog. I really do.
So is that cockiness or is that confidence?
Now that is cockiness. Yeah. If I'm we go out and if I'm throwing money in the I hate fucking saying shit like
What?
that.
Why?
I hate that.
Why?
Because I sound like a fucking douche,
but
bro.
there's a
Oh,
good line.
I threw 200 in the crowd. And you can see everybody reaching for all the ones like peasants and shit.
No,
Like,
you gotta realize that.
that's
You gotta
cockiness.
realize like
No.
people see that in
That's
videos,
cock-
people see that in
that's
stuff like that. But like we all strive to be able to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? To be able to do things like that. It's not like you're doing it like, oh, I'm not. This is my rent money. This is my fucking rent money. No,
No,
you
for
know what
real,
I'm saying?
bro.
Like you're
I-
actually doing that. That's part of your life. You know what I'm saying? You're not
And it's-
risking it all on a fucking.
That's
throw.
your lifestyle.
Yeah, that's
It's
your
really
lifestyle,
not.
dog.
I just act accordingly, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And we appreciate your honesty, dog. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
man.
yeah, don't be.
I just-
I'm
Honestly, bro, that just comes with the culture, dog. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, if you're a hip hop head, bro, like we are, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if
throwing money up is part of.
We've
the
been
process.
seeing that. We've
It is.
been hearing that for a minute. We want
Yeah.
to do that, and I even held bands like that too. And I'm like, whatever.
Bro, and then
Nah.
sometimes
Hold
I
on
got.
to I better wrap
this
this
up.
up. I better wrap
Right,
this
then
up.
sometimes I got like bands,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, but
Right.
well, I'm gonna have to worry about like the IRS, worry about the comptrollers on my ass.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you only claim this much. How much you
Baby
got?
mama. Baby
I don't
mama.
want them problems.
Next question.
But if you
Next
know,
question.
but if you know me, you know I got that.
Damn. Why do you have 2? Wait, why is there 3 now? Hold on.
Cheers to
You're the one handing them to me.
Yo, next question.
What's
Yeah.
that? What we got?
What's your hardest triumph, man?
Like your hardest triumph. What's one triumph that you made that really took a lot out of your gas tank? You climbed that mountain, you got to the top, you're like, this is it right here. Man, I'm gonna cherish this one. I'm gonna cherish this one. I'm gonna hold on to this one.
You know what it is.
I apologize for digging deep, man. It's just
No,
that
I
we
love
really
it.
want to inspire some people, man.
I love it. I just want y'all.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah,
You know what? I'm kind of going off topic, but it's on topic.
yeah,
I tell my employees all the time. Right?
Swerving right now.
yeah.
I tell my employees all the time, like, learn this shit, bro. Learn this shit.
So you don't mind if they grow. You don't mind if they grow
I
and go
want
on.
them to
yes,
grow.
thank you, sir.
What the fuck?
Appreciate that.
I'm a
Zach.
fucking douche if they don't grow.
Right.
You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
absolutely.
I'm a loser. I failed. I failed you as an employee. I'm supposed to be your leader. I'm supposed to be your mentor.
Yeah.
When it feels good. It would feel good if, let's say, you worked for me and after a while you open your own Big Benz or whatever the fuck.
Sure.
Because you learned the game from me. That would be like my biggest trophy right there, to see the people that I have groomed to become their own boss. And I've had people that hit me with business ideas and shit like that, but like, okay, what do you do from there? You know what I mean? So
I heard the saying that said that there will never ever be somebody that makes more and does more than you, and there will be a hater. You know what I'm saying? And then that just shows
like
proof
that.
positive. Proof positive. You know what I'm saying? Like
I like that.
I like that a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just proof positive in what you're saying, though.
But that's my biggest triumph is
you can't worry about competition.
Is mentoring. I love to
helping
mentor.
people. Yeah, absolutely.
And because
Making
at the end
people
of-
better
at the end
than
of the day,
themselves.
bro, we all needed one or had one at some point. And I think that's what's wrong with today's generation, Gen Z, is that they don't have the big brothers. They don't have the uncles. That's why Cam, where the fuck is Cam, by the way? Okay.
He's trying to get a music deal from the pre-show.
I like
guy.
having Cam around. Cam,
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
That's cool.
nephew right there, right?
I bet.
And he has my number, and Cam could call me or text me anytime. But he needs that structure in life because these little guys, they don't have that shit. And you got to be able to not only get it, but then give it out to.
outside. Stop.
Oh yeah,
all
right. He's back.
He's chopping
back.
it up with the producer. He's trying to get a music deal over there. That's
But
what he's trying to do.
I hope.
Tell him I should take the hoodie off. It's
Every
summertime,
time I see Cam, that's JR's nephew. Every time I see Cam, I try to give him a little gem because I don't know if he got it from somebody else. I don't know what I kind of know his story a little bit, so I want to be big brother, big whatever the fuck, because that is the future of our nation or whatever the fuck. Like he needs
Your
that
movement.
shit, and just like we needed it, I needed it, and who knows if I didn't have that direction in life, where would I be right now? So man, shouts out to Cam. Shouts out to Cam.
If we had a shot
But you know what I mean? Like this younger generation
That's
too.
that's my biggest trophy.
That's a real smile, dog. I ain't seen him smile like that the whole time, dog.
No, yeah.
Straight up, dog. I like that,
Hey,
dog.
no,
Yeah, he felt that. He
honestly,
felt that
that's
shit.
my biggest trophy is
Good.
to
Good.
get back.
Feel that, son. Yeah,
And-
straight up.
In any way, whether it's small or big, get
Absolutely,
back. You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
And you know what I mean? Them, like you, dog.
Yeah.
You're in a good position to like learn a lot, and a lot of your generation don't be accepting it.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
allow
37,
yourself.
learning.
Allow yourself, dog. You know what I mean? Allow yourself to take that in and really think about
my
that.
apprentice is 22. Shout out Joey because he's learning and staying humble. Like my main thing is like
old
he
is
makes mistakes. He's 22.
That's
He makes-
perfect age.
That's the thing that he makes
the
mistakes.
perfect
He
age.
makes mistakes, but he stays humble. Like every single day, he's like, "Yes, chef. You're right, chef. Yes, chef." I'm like, dude, how can I hate on that? How can I hate on that when he stays humble? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
straight up. Like I straight up,
I'm
straight
pretty
up,
17 game.
1,000.
There's no
Appreciate
age
that.
limit.
Oh God. I'm
Whether you're
17.
older, younger, everybody can always be better.
1,000%. Yeah.
You could always learn
But you just
something
gotta
from
accept that
somebody,
shit.
whether
It's all
they're
about who you
younger
surround
or
yourself with, though.
Yeah, man. So I would say, if we're saying, would you say the biggest
Yeah,
triumph,
exactly,
the
man.
biggest trophy, biggest triumph, whatever,
You're your biggest triumph.
is giving back and giving game, and that's the biggest part. Like, man, like I told you, the money is great, man, and all that. I'm not rich, bro. I'm not, but it's being able to say, hey, Cam, you know what? You ain't gotta go to school, bro. It would help if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or, you know, some shit like that. But you can also just open a business and be like your Uncle G and fucking make more or just as much as the motherfuckers
tap
you looking
in.
up.
Absolutely true.
Or
Right.
tap into something that he's passionate about right now.
something he's
Shit,
passionate
let me
about.
help you out with that. You
Whatever-
know what I mean?
whatever it
As
is.
a young kid, bro. Because
Exactly.
honestly, bro, like I agree with you on that mentorship, but like a lot of us didn't have that. You know what I mean?
Right,
We
exactly.
we had the wrong type of mentors, and it's hard to unlearn that shit sometimes, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
So for me to readjust now, and then teach.
That shit was deep.
You know what I mean? Teach some of these kids, bro. Like
Yeah.
I talk about it all the time, bro. I've come into communication with a lot of young barbers that I've personally felt like, yo, that's my son, dog. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't say that in a fucked up way. And a lot of people take the generation now will be like, what you mean? Nah. Come on, dog. I
Yeah.
son you, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put you on.
You know what I mean? So
Maybe you could say it differently. Cause
Yeah.
on the East Coast, you say I stun you like, I don't know. But yeah, I'll put you on. I'll put you on.
Actually, he
I
got me
feel
on.
that,
He got
though.
me on that. That makes sense though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have respect. You gotta be humble and have respect because like sometimes people
Right.
give you that OG experience, the OG advice, and you gotta have the humbleness to accept it and then realize like later in life, like my success came from you. You know what I'm saying? Like had that respect.
That whole shit right there just answered that last question, dog, is how do you pay it forward? And you just, you know what I mean, described how you did
Oh,
it.
I was about to go live right now. I was say I got one more question.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
got
go
like.
live.
I mean, we could do 5 more. Well, how much time we got?
I don't even know.
Yeah, we're probably on 2 hours right now, dog. Yeah,
He said
Fuck
114.
out, dog. Julio, what you mean?
Yeah, we kill the whole
What
bottle,
time
yo.
it is?
Shout out everybody. If you have a question for G, this motherfucker is a business owner. Straight up came from the slums, but he came up and he's up on top, just like us. We're coming up the mountain though, and there's more victories to get.
More inspiration to come, more
This
motivation, more
marathon
grind,
keeps
dog.
going. This
The grind
marathon
don't
keeps
stop.
going.
Man, let me give my man his flowers. Shots to my man.
Sheesh.
I know y'all got that shot.
I don't have shit.
Yeah,
in
it's
there.
right here. That's why. Boom.
I ain't gonna wait till you die. I'm gonna give you your flowers right now.
Yeah, hey, for sure.
I'm gonna give you your flowers right
JR,
now.
you
There
already
you go.
toe up.
Shout out everybody for watching. Thank you.
You already toe up.
You made it. We all made it, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
No, yeah, man.
Appreciate y'all.
I'm that type too. Like Joe just said. Like if I made it, I guess we all made it, bro. If I was like a rapper or some shit, Lil Baby, Future, whatever the fuck,
Real though.
we on tour together, nigga. But you better have that Thule if shit jump off. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Do something for me.
Right.
it's in the
Well,
car.
hey, with my 2 followers, my 2. Look, we got. We got Sneaky Link in the building.
Yo, make sure you hop on a YouTube.
Yeah.
Get
Why
on
don't you-
that. Grind
you
too
should-
hard.
At all those people you're talking about, Dickie Williams.
Grind
and,
too hard on YouTube, Spotify.
Once
boy
y'all get the
G.
content like
I'm
chopped
taking
up
over
and
his
ready to go,
live.
I'll add everybody we're talking about. And
Cool.
yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
Hey, this was a badass interview, dude.
Yo, my boy, this was a good show, dog.
fucking badass
My
interview,
G.
dude.
I appreciate you sliding through, dog.
Yes,
As
sir.
always,
Yes, sir.
my
Yeah,
boy.
like I said, I'm a personal chef. If I can help you out in any way, let me know. If I can help out your people in any way, let me know. Like straight up, like I'm all about service.
This was a
Stay
good one.
positive, stay motivated.
Y'all stay
Appreciate
hungry
y'all.
out there, man.
I
Don't
appreciate
settle. Keep
all
your
y'all
ass,
watching
get your
our
asses up.
podcast.
Do some shit. Be productive.
Grind
Peace.
too hard. King Vic, Chef Clay.
Chef Play.
Damn. Yo, that was a badass episode, dog. Straight up. Damn.
I'm glad you guys. I'm glad you guys.
Man.
G Money.
Yeah. Hey, these guys.
We ain't had an episode like that. Yo, we ain't
These
had an
guys are
episode like
solid,
that.
bro. These
We
guys,
ain't
these
had
are
an episode
solid
like
guys
that.
right here.
you, dog.
Oh man.